Hey guys, in today's video I'm going to be using these synthetic curls by Noble Gold. I think the unit is called Candy Natural. Yeah, if I remember correctly. I've used it for the past year now, so I'm going to be using this thread and needle. It's already threaded, and then for the pattern, because it's an updo, like half up half down, I'm going to part this from my ear to ear, and this is how it is looking now. And I'm going to be using Justlin glazee jam to clean up the part. You know that over here, anytime we do our pattern, we clean it up with this gel, and I already told you that this gel is going to be available on my website, so do stay tuned for when my website is completely launched and you can get it from anywhere you are in Ghana here. Okay, I'm going to improve the location soon, but I'm going to start with Ghana. So I'm going to put away the front and I'm going to braid cornrow at the back, but before that I'm going to moisturize my hair with this Kuza hair cream. So you all know I'm transitioning into natural, so my roots have really grown, but with the cornrow that I'm doing, y'all know that I've taken you through natural cornrows or your own cornrow hairdo. So if you don't know how to braid cornrow, please go through my hair playlist and then you see a detailed video on how to braid your own cornrow. This is the last section of cornrow that I am doing, and I'm just trying to add on every cornrow, like as in when I braid, then I add on the previous braid to the one I'm braiding, so that I don't have a lot of strands at the end. Okay, so you can see that I have tagged in all the cornrow prior to the one that I will braid, so that when I'm done it will just be left with one strand. So with the one strand, I just tuck it in with my crochet pin, and then this is how it is looking for the cornrows at my back. So I'm going to start doing the sewing with my thread and needle. And to start with, you all know that when we start with the sewing, you make sure that you are making a knot, especially at the beginning of the sew, so that it doesn't remove as you are wearing the braid. I kept this for about 2 weeks. I kept for about a little more than 2 weeks. Okay, I've already removed this. Have you guys know that I'm unable to keep my hair for more than 3 weeks? So whilst I'm doing it, I don't cut the hair, I just flip it over so that I don't waste the hair or cut it into too many parts. If you're a beginner, you can cut it so that you know what you are working with, but I would recommend that you practice flipping it over. And by way of doing it, you have to practice, guys. Like you can watch millions of videos in like slow motion. If you don't get your black ass up and put your hand in your hair and get a comb and thread and needle, you will never be able to make any progress. Okay, so don't sit there and be watching videos and say you can't do it. Start practicing, and I promise you that you'll be able to do it. It will not take a day or two. Trust me, it will take more than a month. For me, it has taken me years. It's been 10 years since I started doing my hair. So yeah, you should just be noticing that. So I was able to sew everything on, and I need to cover the part that is showing so that when I do the up part, it will be it will be hidden. So I measured the part, and then I put glue on it, and then I placed it on my scalp. It is not advisable to put glue on your scalp directly, but I'm not going to wear the hair for a long time. Like I told you, I just kept it for 2 weeks, so it's just fine. It's okay. And I'm going to use a proper nail glue remover to remove it, for hair remover to remove it. So yeah, so I cut a part of the extension, which I'm going to do some fittings at the top, and over here I'm just trying to apply some gel so that the top is really snatched. Notice that I didn't add any hair cream at the top. If you have leave-in conditioner, you can use leave-in conditioner before you start adding gel. If you add cream to the upper part, it's going to break the gel, so the gel, your hair will start lifting about a day or two. Okay, so that's why I didn't apply any hair cream in it. Again, if you have leave-in conditioner, that has some characteristics of holding gel. If you apply it with a conditioner, then you are good to go. I'm yet to explore conditioners for my hair. I'm leaving conditioners for my hair that will allow me to do this, but until then I normally would just go straight ahead with my gel. Then I divided my hair into so many smaller sections so that I can braid it into something like a stitch braid. Okay, so over here you can see that I'm adding the extensions to the hair and braiding the cornrows upwards. For such cornrow types, I am not really good with it, but I think it is manageable, and at least so far as I'm able to add the row the hair extension to the cornrow, I'm good to go. So I just try to add smaller pieces of extensions onto the hair so that it will give me some length to be able to hold it together, and then I'll be able to do the upper part. Okay, so you can tell that as I am braiding, I'm grabbing all the smaller sections that I made and then using the original cornrow way of braiding. So this is how it is looking like at the moment. And guys, let me tell you a story whilst this is rolling. Somebody commented on one of my videos that a style that I do, this particular style that I did, is not nice. And I went to check the person's page, and the person was doing some bogus hair wigs, and then the person was selling. So I used that to also banter the person, and I used that to also say something so that it will hurt her, because I was offended. You can't come and tell me that my hair is not nice because I know it's nice. And then somebody else wanted to play a hero and say that I should avoid negative comments. I should avoid negative comments. I said, how can you come to my page and expect me to react the way you expect me to, when the person who commented on the video didn't make a decision and then decide to control him or herself whilst trying to make that stupid comment? So I told her she shouldn't tell me how to react on my page, and that she can go ahead and entertain negative comments on her page, but I decide what stays on my page, period. Yeah, so that's what I wanted to tell you guys. So when I was done, I used thread and needle to continue attaching the extension onto the upper part of my braid. And when attaching the extension onto your hair, the trick is to just go round your hair as if you are wrapping the extension over the tiny braid that you do. Okay, so in order for it to be more secured, I'm using the thread and needle. You can equally use paper, that paper for wrapping, okay, the hair wrap paper, but I didn't have it. I think I have made the nasa, like it's finished, so I decided to use thread and needle to do it. And I also want to avoid a lot of glue in my hair as much as possible, because I don't want my transition journey to start on a bad note. So yeah, so I wrapped it all over my hair and kept securing it with a thread and needle until I got to the very roots. Okay, so it's not hard to remove, so don't think it's hard to remove. Now after I was done wrapping the hair over the tiny ponytail, I went ahead to use another extension, same extension I'm using, to wrap at the base, just like you are seeing. I just went over it so many times, and then when I reached the last part, or when I exhausted all the extension, I just pushed the thread and needle through to secure it exactly as you see. And then I used the thread and I used the thread to wrap it all over. Then I fetched a piece of hair strand and then I wrapped it at the root. I don't know why I missed that footage, but I just wrapped it at the root to cover the extension. Okay, so when I was done, I used my setting lotion to dilute water, and I'm going to use it to revive the curls, because the curls were looking dry and a little frizzy. So I used the setting lotion to revive the curls, and you can clearly see that it has already started turning more lively. So I went ahead to apply my shea butter hair mousse over it, and you can tell the difference at the left and the right side. It's looking more refreshed. So I did the same thing for the other side, and this is how the hair is looking now. At the back, you can see that there are no holes. I sewed it very well. Make sure you are not jumping too much so that we are able to push the hair at your sides. Just look at that. I know I look good, you know. So thank you so much for watching today. If you're not following me on TikTok and Instagram, like, are we even friends? Come on now, because there's a whole lot of like different world on my TikTok and YouTube, so do follow up there as well. I'm gonna see you in my next video, but you can also do a high band with the updo that you will do, so that you can switch up your styles more often. Okay, I'm going to do restyle the front part, so if you are not following me on TikTok or Instagram, you'll miss that part. That's why you should follow me there as well, you know. So thank you so much for watching. I love you. I'm going to see you in my next video. Bye. Mwah.